Hey everybody, I am Erica with Bricks Real Estate. Thank you so much for joining me today. We want to talk about what being ready to buy a house really looks like, and assuming you're getting a mortgage or a loan on your house, you are really not ready until you're pre-approved, not pre-qualified. And so let's break down quickly the difference between this topic and how you can set yourself up for success. Again, we want nothing but the best for you. And so oftentimes we need to have a moment of honesty here. People say, I'll get pre-approved when I find the house. That's when I'm ready for this process. And unfortunately, that in my experience hasn't worked out very well. Now, there's always exceptions to the rule. There are definitely people out there who know their budget, know what they're doing. They've done this before. They have a very good idea of these things. They have excellent credit, low debt to income issues. So they're right. They didn't need that pause necessarily, but I am not talking to the exception. I'm talking to the majority here, which is you cannot start this process too early. There's so many people that say, well, I just want to wait. I don't want to do it. And I imagine there are some misconceptions. Their third cousin once removed told them that there was this time they applied for a bunch of loans and it backfired. And I just think there's a little bit more to the story for that to be true. I do want you to shop around for your loan office or your lender partner. This is an extremely important decision. I do have a questionnaire I can share with you to make you feel more empowered about that decision. If that would be helpful, just ask for it. I think that there are just a lot of misconceptions. If you are applying for a home loan, you can do it a couple times within a couple weeks. And I'm not saying it won't hit your credit at all. It will be like a softing, and there, you can talk to your loan officer about that before you do it. But we're talking like points. We're not talking like you went from a 700 to a 600, or now you don't qualify for a home loan anymore. If you're teetering on the edge of qualification, this probably wasn't going to come together at this time for you anyway. So the beautiful thing about loan officers is they will give you the keys to what it's going to take to get there. So I highly recommend working with your lender partner to figure that out. So if you are on having a credit issue or something, they'll say, hey, pay this credit card off. Or here's another one. A lot of times people don't have credit. They have no lines of credit. That's fine. You didn't know. We're going to work with you and help establish a credit line that helps build your credit score up. This may take a couple of months. It could take longer. And so you don't want to find that perfect house and then find out I can't buy this right now. This isn't going to be the time because I got to do X, Y, and Z. Oftentimes the work we need to do, not always, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And you're going to have the tool to get you there faster. And you're gonna have a better idea of where you're headed. And there's just a lot of misconceptions about this topic. And so, I love talking about this. So if you ever want to run this by me, I'm happy to talk to you about it before you call a lender, or if you need a lender referral, I can give you a few names of great people to work with. Last comment I want to make, and we don't see this in this moment of time that I'm making this video, but there's a lot of clickbait. Please read the fine print. Even if you're shopping around different lenders, make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Figure out if you're comparing apples to apples. Look at small print on these advertisements. Again, we're not seeing that as much right now, but it's super important. So bottom line, you are not ready to shop until you have a pre-approval. This is actually someone who's gone through the process to help you not only know your budget, but you should be able to, I'm going to tell you a secret that I shouldn't tell you because it's my way of knowing if you're ready. If I ask you what your budget is and that number is going all over the place, maybe 400, maybe 500, that's already concern number one. You haven't talked to anybody. You're just making that number up. Number two, if I say, what is your loan type? And you do not know the answer, you have not talked to a loan officer. I'm not saying it has to just come off your tongue, but if you're not confident that you are getting a conventional loan for 20% down, which by the way, you don't need to do either of those things, 1% down, whatever it is, you should know that. You should know your numbers, and the person should have spent enough time with you to know that. So that tells me that If you had gone to some like potentially like an online type of thing, that's why you don't know. Maybe they pre-qualified you, but they didn't do the work to actually like approve you for the loan. And what we know is that that's when things fall apart. You're wasting people's time. You're wasting your own time and energy on something that isn't going to come together until it actually comes together. So we're happy to help you with that and make sure that you feel confident. You have nothing to lose by getting pre-approved. Even if you decide, I don't want to do this for a year, I'm going to do this for 5 years. The worst that happened is you got the information you needed. You know what you need to work on, or you're good to go, and you just need to keep everything stable so that when you are ready to buy a house, go house shopping, whatever you want to call it, you know you're ready because nothing's changed. So we're good. However, you do need to check back in like at least a month before you go out again. Just check in. Things change for sure. Not a doubt. I am here for you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.